So the summer tour matches start with a big win for England, 52-17 over Japan. It looks like a blowout, but England had to work really hard for this win. Japan, I think, were pretty decent under Eddie Jones, who apparently has mellowed a little bit. They look pretty good, but the end product wasn't there until a couple of tries at the end. It was just a bit too easy to score against them, but I think they're going to do pretty well under Eddie Jones. The skills were good, the speed was good. So anyway, a decent game to watch. And first up, I want to know which of those England players sung the national anthem so well, because normally it's so terrible. I think it was George Furbank, so well done for him from the off. So straight away, it's quite a poor start for England. Cunningham South drops the kick-off. His handling has been one of the weaker parts of his game, although we saw his power come into the game. Underhill, Slade, they fumble their first touches. Both get a lot better in the game. Underhill in particular, who gives away a penalty for 3-0 to Japan. So after 3 minutes, every single England involvement was a fumble or a penalty, Rod giving away a scrum penalty, and it was all Japan. And it's really interesting watching England's defence, who are looking for those big shots, trying to get up in Japan's faces, but Japan move the ball so well, it's really not working. And I think that's something that England need to think about against different teams. Do they need to stand off a bit sometimes to change their defence? We've talked about it before. Feiwabusu committing a bit narrow twice, Japan getting to the edge, and scrum half Sato popping off the ruck and committing players. So England are really scrambling for the first 10 minutes of this game. And Japan should really score at least once in the first 10 minutes, but one of England's good areas in the whole game was their maul, and maul defence this time holds up the danger. But yeah, it's hot, it's fast, that's for sure. And like I said, I think it's a day for not overcommitting to tackles, and England were definitely guilty of that in the first half. I think they got a bit better, definitely. And it's panic stations early on as Henry Slade flies up, as he does a couple of times in this game, gets stepped very easily. Jamie George is there defending, but just gets run around so easily. That is definitely a theme in this game. Jamie George looking so slow. Theo Dan got a lot of minutes, and he looked so much better. He's the captain of England, so I'm sure he's going to start against New Zealand, but we're getting that question now where Jamie George is looking well off the pace compared to Theo Dan, so a big decision for Borthwick at some point. 13 minutes, finally a chance for England to attack. A scrum penalty goes to a 10-metre maul, and it's one attack, one score, power for the first try. Nice tip on from Ben Earl. Cunningham South powers over, good reach out to score. Nice try, one visit, one try, 3-7. So dispiriting for Japan, who dominated the opening of that game, but danger signs because they just can't stop those England big boys. Now, as we expected, Japan are trying to go quick on everything. Tap penalties, line-outs quickly, lung-busting stuff, but it has to be said that England conditioning, their fitness, looked really good. I wondered if they'd tire, and at the end of the game, I thought maybe it was Japan who actually looked the most tired, so well done to the England conditioning side. George Furbank, I think, had a really good game, actually, all round, counter-attacking, kicking really good. He was really safe as houses there, launching those counter-attacks, looking assured, so big tick for George Furbank, and I'm sure I'll come back probably tomorrow with an England player rankings video. But anyway, Ben Earl early on drops it cold just as Furbank launches an attack, so that's a shame. Early on can't really get too much going. Then on 23 minutes, a perfect attacking set piece from England. This was really nice. Over the top throw from a line out from George. Lawrence attacks from out to in. It looks like he's going to smash it up, but he doesn't. He circles the ball out perfectly to Mitchell on the wrap, who feeds Marcus Smith, crashing through midfield. Japan are completely fooled. Really good pace from Marcus Smith for a lovely try. That was nice. 3-14. So again, Japan are thinking, we've dominated the beginning of this half and we are 2 tries down, when England have been chasing shadows for a lot of it. So 2 impressive attacks, 2 nice tries, very efficient, and that kind of was the theme of this game. 26 minutes, a crunch of a tackle from Cunningham South wins England to scrum. He looked good. Players like George Martin just smashed away all day, looking really solid in there. And we get a lovely 50-22 from Marcus Smith as they start to get a bit of control in the game. Very odd. It is a try, but very odd as Bevan Rod taps the ball and then just stands still, wondering what to do. But Marcus Smith does spot what to do as he sucks in the last man, pings over a lovely wristy pass for Feiwabusu to jog in. So 3 attacks, 3 tries, 3-21. Nice conversions from Marcus Smith, although the two after that are pretty ropey. On 32 minutes, Japan power runners managed to get over the top of Marcus Smith. Now, Marcus Smith, that is kind of his weakness in defence a little bit there. In attack, we saw it. Certainly his kicking from hand was good today. But anyway, they get the momentum over Marcus Smith. And the Japanese player Costley steps and he's over, but it's a slight forward pass that saves England. Again, Japan really should have got a couple of tries in this half. Maybe that would have made it slightly different. I don't know. Scrums were backwards and forwards in this first period of the game, although England then gained dominance. The first involvement from Tommy Freeman on 34 minutes, who was really quiet in this game, to be fair. He wins the ball back in the air, which is what he's good at, his strength. And just as I was writing how good Lawrence was carrying the ball, he actually drops his first one, but I think overall he had a pretty good game. Someone who was very sharp in this game was the ref, Luke Ramos. Any ruck indiscretion he called super quickly. It was consistent, so I'm fine with it. But yeah, he was very sharp on the whistle. Let me know what you think there. Then just before half-time, it looks like Japan are building, but Feiwabusu spots a nice intercept, which he does a lot for Exeter. He does come in field in defence as well, which sometimes gets him caught out wide. But he gets this one. Nice attack for England. Heads up call from Henry Slade, who stayed out wide. Really smart play. Marcus Smith pops the perfect crossfield kick. Slade can run onto it. Japan are backtracking. Lovely take, lovely try. 3:26. Top attacking half from Marcus Smith, who's gone through the full repertoire there. So 3:26. The second half starts and England are into their flow quite quickly. A good opening 10 minutes for England. Tidy fullback work from Furbank, counter-attacks, power from Cunningham South, nice ball movement, Feiwabusu beating players one-on-one, definitely looking good. We get a 10-metre line out, Lawrence is the power man once again to the gain line, and Mitchell spots Asada just blocking his own ruck defender, and he says thank you very much, goes over, another try, great start, 3:33. Jamie George is off on 44 minutes, and yeah, Theo Dan I think had a big impact. He's not going to get dropped as Jamie George, but maybe he should be because Dan, his line-out throwing's looking just as good and, yeah, he looks like the better player. Sam Underhill, who's grown into the game, gets a really smart turnover. They launch a good counter-attack. Mitchell breaking, committing two fringe players, and he pops off nicely out of the tackle to Ben Earl, who again grew into the game. He dives over, 38-3. The game is gone. A ropey conversion attempt from Smith, and, yeah, they've won the game. The attack has been impressive and Japan's defence has just been too easy to score against. One player that's been causing England all sorts of problems all game was Naikambula. On 53 minutes, he goes close. England start to leak penalties, and in this game, they did rack up a lot of penalties, and we get the first card. It's Marcus Smith for an early tackle. He gets away with not conceding a penalty try. So yeah, deserved yellow card I think for Smith there. But Japan once again fail to cross that line at crucial times, drop the ball at crucial times. On 56 minutes, a really good kick regather from Feiwabusu, but it was from a ropey box kick from Harry Randall, who I think put up 3 very short box kicks. Part of the reason why he hasn't been in the England squad a lot, and in this game I think he showed that is a big weakness for him. But one thing that isn't a weakness is him spotting gaps, and he spots Leach just overfolding, the gap opens up and he darts over for a sharp try. So he gets to the ball so quick, he spots opportunities so quick, but that kicking just not quite good enough. Anyway, 45-3, stretching the lead. 20 minutes to go. It's looking painful for Japan, but they do come back into it. On 65 minutes, it's a bad missed tackle from Finn Smith, who's on for Marcus Smith now. Yamamoto slipping through, Nazuka diving in the corner. So a deserved try overall for Japan for their overall play, although that was a bad one-on-one tackle from Finn Smith. And then a second try, more brilliant stuff individually. Derns plucking the ball out of the air, fooling the England defenders, and he feeds Tua to score. So 45-17, a couple of tries, definitely deserved. We get a first touch of the ball for Tom Roebuck in international rugby, and it's a brilliant one. A pace and power beating players for fun, but he doesn't get too much time on the pitch to show what he can do. Someone who's come onto the pitch and had a bit of a disaster, or a lot of disaster, is Charlie Ewels. He gives away a couple of penalties, including a nasty out-of-control clear-out on Michael Leach, targeting the knee. Luckily, Leach has his leg in the air, so he doesn't get a career-ending knee injury, and I think rightly upgraded to red, so I'm pretty sure Charlie Ewels is out of the New Zealand tests, and on that performance he probably would be anyway. Japan are probably starting to tire a bit more than England, like I said, so fair play to England's fitness. The England attack still looking dangerous, a little disjointed maybe from all the subs, but Theo Dan, Beno causing problems, and then we get England's best line-out maul of the match. They power over, Underhill gets a deserved try, so it's 52-17. And we finish with some nice England attack, but Lawrence can't quite get to a Finn Smith kick pass. So 52-17, England got a big workout in defence there. The attack was looking slick, although Japan's defence won't be as good as New Zealand's defence, that is for sure. I'm going to come back with some England player ratings as I have a think about this game. Let me know what you thought. If you like these sorts of videos, do subscribe, do like the video. That would be awesome, and I'll catch you next time.